Yeah, let's get fired up. I'm pretty fired up. I think you're probably pretty fired up because it's the Nintendo Download Express, people. That's what you hit play on. That's what you meant to hit play. I'll start again. Woo! All right. No, that's terrible. All right. Get a little popcorn here. This is. Popcorn does not make it easier to talk, Mark. Good. Chew all this. All right. Yeah, it is an exciting Monday, people. It is April 25th, 2011. And this is the Nintendo Download Express. I am Jeff Gerstmann. The train is here. The time is now. And we might be looking down the biggest Nintendo Download Express of all time at this point, because there is so much happening in the world of Nintendo digital downloads. It is just an action-packed week. And we've got the old stuff, the existing, the WiiWare and DSiWare. That's still rolling. That is still on the tracks, full steam ahead. Take that, Steam. Now who's got Steam? Steam ain't got no Steam. The hell's a Steam got for me? Not WiiWare games, that's for sure. Not DSiWare releases. No potato-powered vehicles are allowed on the tracks. That's basically what I'm getting at here. This is serious. We're serious about digital distribution of Nintendo products, and that's what we've got. But then there's all sorts of new news about the future of Nintendo as it relates to digital content, and this is this stuff's gonna blow your mind. I mean that it's gonna. We'll get to that stuff. We just need to get in. There's some. I want to start. I want to start with the DSiWare and the WiiWare because this stuff is still great. I'm not trying to throw this, onto the tracks like a penny. This is not. I'm not tying DSiWare to the tracks and then twirling my mustache and watching as the train rolls over it. This is not the DSiWare is on the train. Okay, so trains can have multiple cars on them, right? You know how? So there's like. You could have the bar car, there's the engine up in the front that makes it go, right? And then there's like sleep cars where you can sleep. There's a bar car where you can have drinks. There's like a dance car. There's the costume party car where you can dress up like gorillas and delivery men and stuff. There's like the brisk car where you can go for that, whatever that's about. All kinds of cars. There's like the dining car, the diner car, where you can go and like say like I need some pancakes, and then they probably have to have a kitchen car to cook all that stuff. I'd guess. I mean, you can't. I don't think you could fit both in one. I mean, train cars are big, right? I mean. Could you fit the people that want to eat in the same car as the people that need to cook the food for the people who want to eat? And do that airplane style? I assume they just have a full kitchen. Why wouldn't you have a full kitchen? It's a train. Just put it all right there. We've got a chef. Chef Ray and Chef Louie putting it down. Cooking the finest. For the passengers of the train, and ultimately you are the passenger on the train. So that's you want that. You want a good meal on a train because the train rides can be long. And there's something about a train that it's like magic. So I think that's. I mean, yeah. So let's get into the magic right now. The train is on the tracks with DSiWare. First up on the train is Airport Mania First Flight from Lemon Games. They always know how to party. It's one player, rated E for everyone, 200 Nintendo DSi points. TM. Pack your bags for a trip through the skies in Airport Mania. Travel through 8 amusing airports while you land a variety of planes, purchase upgrades, and avoid delays. There's nothing. I was in. So I took a plane today. I've been on some airplanes lately. I took a plane today, back here to headquarters. Sunday, yesterday, flew down to Los Angeles, and that's 2 airports that I've been in twice over the course of about 24 hours. Nothing amusing. Well, very little amusing going on. I would not call the airports amusing. There were amusing things in the airport. But he's usually businessmen talking on Bluetooths. And, people frantically trying to get on a plane that they don't have a ticket for. So if these 8 airports are amusing, like, I don't really know what airports they would be. I've been to a fair amount of airports, but maybe is this like DFW? Is that an amusing airport? Is Dallas-Fort Worth? Is that amusing? Like Midway is probably a pretty amusing airport because it's not O'Hare, right? That's like the dirt airport. John Wayne, that's kind of amusing because the takeoffs are so crazy, right? I think the Vegas airport, maybe, yeah, okay, the Vegas airport, it's amusing because you get celebrities saying things like, "Stand on the right. I'm Rich Little doing an impression of somebody, and you need to stand on the right and then pass on the left. So I'm going to tell you how to walk because I'm Rich Little. Come see me in Vegas even though I'm dead." Is he dead? He's probably dead. Is Rich Little dead? I need to... Gotta fact check this. Is, right? It says us. So I've already... Is Rich... When you type in "is Rich," it just comes up and says, "Is Richard Simmons gay?" And then below that says, "Is Richard Gere gay?" And then below that says, "Is Richard Hatch gay?" When you type in L, though, it becomes, "Is Rich Little still alive?" All right, good. It's looking like a yes. There are a lot of sites devoted to telling you if people are dead or not. I mean, you'd think that Wikipedia would just handle that, but Wikipedia isn't even on the front page. How is there not? I have to imagine the Rich Little page on Wikipedia is a fantastic repository of information. It's probably been page of the day on multiple occasions. No Google juice over there, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. What were we talking about? Stay on your toes, as some planes carry precious cargo and will need to land in a hurry, while others might need to take a trip to the repair shop. With good planning, you're sure to make it to the gate on time. With unique challenges and whimsical characters that will put a smile on your face, this is one flight you don't want to miss. So, like, all flights are flights you don't want to miss. I don't know what kind of weird world Lemon Games lives in, where it's like, we missed this one, but it's not like that causes a hassle. It's not like that extends my life into some horrific travel nightmare every single time. What do I know? Maybe they like hanging out at airports. I also like the name Airport Mania First Flight. Sounds like the shareware version of it or something. Like, the first episode's free. This is just Airport Mania First Flight. You want to, get the shareware. Send us $35 and we'll send you back the floppy disks. With, the other 3 episodes, and, you can kind of experience the whole story and see how it leads up to Airport Mania 2. Very exciting. Inchworm animation from Flat Black Films. 1 player rated E for everyone. 500. Inchworm Animation is a full-featured paint and animation system for the Nintendo DSi TM system. 5 years in the making. What? Inchworm Animation lets you create mind-blowing digital paintings and animations in the palm of your hand. Use the Nintendo DSi camera application to record video, stop-motion animation, and time-lapse photography. Paint with transparency and smooth anti-alias brushes. Yeah. Create images up to 9,999 by 9,999 pixels. What? That sounds fun to edit on the DSi screen. Really, good times had by all when you're editing close to 10,000. What memory addressing issue did they bump into where they're like, no, we can't do 10K by 10K. I'm sorry. Oh, come on, man. Can't we just get a round number here? No, man. I told you. We've been working on this thing for 5 years already. You want me to add 1 pixel each way? It's going to go over the memory. It's going to break the whole thing. We're going to have to alias these brushes. They're not going to be smooth. I'll tell you that much if you want to do that. You want transparency? Yeah, you want transparency. Then shut up about the size of the image. It's plenty big. That's how it went at Fatback Films. Flat Black Films. An easy-to-use pattern editor lets you make cool repeating patterns. Other tools include onion skin, 6-level zoom, cut/paste/rotate, undo, and shape primitives. Inchworm Animation's sophisticated layer system allows you to create structured animated scenes. Each layer can have its own independent frame loop. You can even draw on your animation as it plays. Comprehensive tutorials will show you the ropes. Export your finished masterpieces to an SD card, sold separately, as Flash or bitmap image sequences. I don't even know what to... I don't... Okay. Sure, why not? 5 years. It's probably pretty good. And last up on DSiWare this week is Ubongo. Ubongo. It's this capital letter U, B-O-N-G-O. Like bingo, but bongo, with a U on the front of it. From Corner Entertainment, that's Corner with a K. 1 to 2 players, rated E for everyone. Mild language. Look out for that. 500 Nintendo DSi points. Ubongos! Mechanics are very simple. Just solve as many puzzles as you can and get gems of the same color. Yeah, alright. The player who has more gems when time runs out will be the winner. Game modes include History Mode, Quick Game, Time Attack, and Multiplayer Mode. The original board game is a blockbuster in many countries. Not this one. But, you know... Someone... I mean, there are people that are into it. And I mean, you know, it's very... You wouldn't get it. You Americans wouldn't really understand the intricacies of Ubongo. But, you know, when I was overseas as part of my student exchange, all we did at the hostel was play Ubongo and then drank a lot of really good wine. So, yeah, I would say we had a good time, okay? And you just wouldn't get it. I mean, you know, I brought my Ubongo set, but I'm not even going to get it out here because I just don't think that you would appreciate it because it's really just not your kind of entertainment. You know, it's really great. It's really great. History mode's probably the best. But you know, I just don't want to. I don't want to bore you. I know that you've got a lot of, you know, sports to watch, so I'm not going to even really waste my time. So. Do you have any more scones? All right, that's it for DSiWare. Let's just get right into WiiWare, and then we'll take a break and get into some of the other exciting news. WiiWare, 2 games, 1 game, 1 demo version, I should say, and the game you can purchase with your Wii points this week is Word Searcher Deluxe. From Digital Leisure Incorporated, 1 to 4 players, rated E for everyone, 500 Wii points. I imagine this has to be some kind of FMV game. I mean, you don't put the Digital Leisure name on something. It's like a FMV where someone's actually doing a word search, and then you have a gun, and then it says, draw! And then you got to pull the gun out and blast them before they can circle the words Mad Dog McCree. That's probably what it is. I don't even know. I'll read the description because that's what we do around here. But, you know, I think we already know. You'll need a sharp eye and quick mind to complete 100 themed word search puzzles. Word Searcher Deluxe contains fun words from multiple categories, including palindromes, pirates, and painting. I guess all the categories probably start with P. This is the P edition. They didn't bother to point that out. I don't know. This also doesn't sound like an FMV game anymore. I'm sorry about what I said earlier. I take it all back. With a huge assortment of subjects to choose from, there are puzzles for everyone to enjoy. Test your vocabulary, memory, and problem-solving skills with these challenging puzzles. Keep track of, and try to beat, your own playthrough times again and again, as words are scrambled every time you play. Well, that just sounds like a barn burner. That's a good time. That's a good time in, you know. Hey, did you guys go out to dinner on Friday? No. You know, we had some dinner plans and we blew them off because Word Searcher Deluxe. It's 1 to 4 players, but we were playing 2-player, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Humping. Palindromes. Pirates. Painting. Punani. Yeah. And Puyus. Also, rounding it out, this is a demo version. So this is a free version of a game. You can get this with no charge. They don't. They just let you get it. If your Wii is connected to the internet, you can play this version of this game and decide if you like it, and then go back and pick up the full version here. And then it's Learning with the Puyus, Episode 3 demo version from Lexus Numérique. 1 player, rated EC. It's early childhood. 0 Wii points. The full version is 500 Wii points. Welcome to the first fun poetic brain trainer for children aged 3 to 6. With the Puyus, a merry band of adorable baby animals, children will have fun while learning the basics for development, including numbers, letters, lateralization, shapes, and colors. Children get to dance with their new friends and earn lovely interactive rewards. With 2 levels of interactivity, children of any age or level can play the activities based on plants and music. What? This game has been designed for use by children who have not yet grasped reading. The instructions are spoken in French, English, or Spanish, depending on the language setting of your Wii TM console. Note, some demo versions do not support all game features, and players cannot save their in-game progress in demo versions. This is heavy. Puyo is it's very heady stuff. I have no idea what it actually is, but it's probably very serious. I mean, this is episode 3. It's more than Half-Life, I'll tell you that much. Isn't that right, Steam jerks? Let's fire up Steam here real quick. What's on Steam this week? We're selling games digitally too, I guess. Maybe. Midweek Madness, something's on sale for $1,000 instead of $2,000. All this train DLC. Give me a break. They want me to pre-purchase something called the First Templar Steam Exclusive Edition. Oh, I can't even get it anywhere else. Well, that's very big. And this week, today, in fact, a game called Your Doodles Are Bugged, which sounds like a porno game, if I ever heard it. Oh, and also new, The Tiny Bang Story. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about there. Filth bags. Gross. Cargo, The Quest for Gravity. Psh. WiiWare already... all those games have gravity. They're deep. They're heavy. The next big thing. Oh, yeah, call it out a little more. Like you expect me to believe you just by calling a game the next big thing. And you put big in all caps. Like I'm just supposed to just believe that. Your doodles are bugs. It's disgusting. It's kinky and sick. Perverts. It's another P word for you. Perverts. It's who's on Steam. All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about the news. There's a lot going on in the world of 3DSware. Yeah, I said it. And even more from Nintendo. So we'll be back. Stay tuned. All right, people, we are probably about a month away from the launch of the Nintendo eShop, which is the system update for the Nintendo 3DS that's going to add all kinds of great new features, going to be able to port over most of our great DSiWare purchases over to the new device, and also they're going to open up a whole new store full of what's got to be very exciting stuff. And last week, we got a first look, a first taste. They put out a video of what's going to be one of the very early eShop releases. And I believe this is the first confirmed product for the eShop. I mean, Nintendo has shown some things here and there, but they haven't necessarily confirmed a lot of those as actual games. Mega Man Legends 3 prototype version. Yeah. They're putting out this version of Mega Man Legends 3, and I guess that the Mega Man Legends 3 is destined to be a cartridge-based game. So, you know, whatever. I'm not necessarily interested in that, but we're going to be able to get this prototype version as a download. And it says that Capcom is looking to get some feedback on it, and hopefully, you know, they've been talking to people and opening up message boards, trying to get the fans of this Mega Man character to weigh in and help kind of design the game a little bit, help them make some decisions about where to take it. And I guess this prototype version is supposed to kind of get out there and help them make some decisions, one of which is whether or not they're going to continue to develop it into a full game, which I think is very smart, because the best way to get feedback about a cartridge-based game is to put out some kind of version as a download, especially on download services that are so astoundingly popular as Nintendo's. I mean, these are huge. You know, there have to be millions of people downloading, DSiWare games and WiiWare games every week, every Monday, I'm sure. So with the launch of the eShop, putting a brand new spotlight back on downloadable content on the latest Nintendo platform, on the Nintendo 3DS, it only makes sense to tap into what's sure to be a gigantic audience for feedback. I think that's very, very smart of Capcom to get that stuff out there. Really, really great. And if they end up, not releasing a cartridge-based version, well, we'll have the one that matters. We'll have the version that matters. We'll have prototype version forever to enjoy as a digital download. So look for that in late May. They did put out a video of it as well. It's on giantbomb.com. It's the name of the website there. And there's a video up there to watch of Mega Man Legends 3 prototype version. So that's very exciting. You know, we're at that point now where it's a month out and we're starting to hear about games. We're starting to hear about actual games. Still waiting to hear from kind of more developers to see if they're involved in 3DSware development. Of course, we can expect the heavy hitters. Your No and Lexus Numerique, and I'm sure Genterprise and Genterprise will probably both be represented. So it's going to be very exciting to kind of see how that stuff develops, and welcome Capcom. They have not released a ton of downloadable games for Nintendo's platforms. They've released some of their classics for the Virtual Console on the Wii in various forms, and of course they did do Dark Void Zero on DSiWare, which was very well received. So I guess maybe they're going for quality over quantity. They're not really pumping them out like some of these other guys are. I think I've seen Lemon Games name a few more times than I've seen these Capcom guys. But there's room for everybody on Nintendo's platforms. It's part of the beauty of the whole thing is that literally anyone can slap something together and get it up there for sale for at least 200 DSi or Wii points. So that's very cool. And it sounds like am I making this up? We're going to be dealing in US dollars on the new store. They're doing away with points or something. I thought I read that somewhere, but that just seems crazy. I don't think that's. I must be thinking of something else. That points are points. So that's it for 3DSware. We've also got some interesting news here about another digital platform from Nintendo, another platform that we have to expect here, considering that it is a huge part of Nintendo's focus. That's like focusing on these digital releases on all of their other platforms, that when this new console becomes available, it will surely pick up right where the other ones left off. And we don't really know too much about it officially, just that Nintendo confirmed early this morning out of their Japan office that they are working on a successor to the Wii, and that this is a console that will be available sometime in 2012, but it is going to be shown in June at the Electronic 3. The E3, and they're going to have it there and have it. It'll be playable, sort of like the Nintendo 3DS was last year, in a pre-release form. So we'll have to expect some sort of news about its games and that sort of stuff. But all they've really officially confirmed is that it's a successor to the Wii, and that it will be shown at the E3, and that it will be available in 2012, sometime after April 2012, because it's out of their fiscal year, which is a business term for business. And that's really it officially, but there are a lot of rumors swirling about some of the specifics on the console. And they're saying that it's more powerful than the other video game machines out there by the PlayStation and Xbox people. That it's bigger and faster than those, with more moves, I guess. And then also that there is I'm not even sure how to even broach this, because it just sounds so crazy. But apparently the controller will have a screen on it. If these rumors are to be believed, a 6.2-inch, that's diagonal, touch screen, as well as, some reports are claiming there'll be a front-facing camera on it as well. And I don't know. I just don't know what you would do with that. There have been video game machines that display on your television that also have screens on the controller in various forms. The Sega Dreamcast had a very low resolution screen that was not used for anything good. It was used for a lot of, let's say, bad things, in fact. But you can almost see this, and maybe this ties into a lot of backwards compatible plans, because with dual screens, one low, one high, one touch, one not, you can almost see a Nintendo DSiWare like experience translating over to this new machine, where you've got your bottom screen that you're touching, and then your top screen that you're not touching. I sometimes touch my television, but it doesn't touch back. I mean, nothing happens unless I'm touching like the volume or the power buttons. It has buttons, so I can hit the buttons on it. But if I just touch the TV screen, it just kind of, sometimes it has this cool like little colory effect on it if I push really hard. And so maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know. they're all rumors, so it'll be hard to tell anytime soon what it's really going to be about, and that there are a handful of names kicking around. None of these are even official either, because Nintendo is just calling it the successor to the Wii. Some folks have referred to it as Project Cafe as a code name, which is not as cool as the Revolution or the Dolphin, let's say, unless hip-hop rapper Red Cafe is, if his face is on the box, I would be into that. And then the other name floating around out there is Stream, like Nintendo Stream, which that sounds good to me. Streaming digital content, streaming it down, streamware. That sounds pretty good. You go to the Nintendo Stream store, the Stream shop, and download electronic games for your stream. You could, virtual console and handheld all in one. Maybe buy DS games and run them on your Stream controller and your TV at the same time, or they could sell Nintendo 64 games on it. Dual analog sticks seem to be part of the rumor. 8 buttons, they're claiming, which sounds like 4 on the face, 4 shoulders. Maybe that's they've done as much in the past with some of their other controllers. That would make sense. Assume a D-pad's in there as well as your analog sticks, I guess. But it's really hard to say. Developers are certainly out there working on products for this, and I assume some of those will be games that will be available digitally, because that's obviously a huge focus for the future. But we are hearing that various developers are actively working on games for this system, which would make sense if it is going to be out sometime next year. Some news out of Taiwan's Foxconn. They're a manufacturing company that builds a lot of stuff. The iPhone, I believe, is one of theirs, as well as some other Nintendo products. And this is attributed to them, but though they have not commented on the reports, I guess that they will supposedly be ready to roll these machines off of their assembly lines this October. So if it's not due out until April at the very least, you could see them starting to build them around the end of this year, launch them in Japan sometime relatively early next year, and then follow up with a North American release for the holidays. But, we're going to have to wait until June to find out. That's coming up, though. It's really, it's really coming up. We're about a month out, which is frightening. Very frightening. Very frightening. Wow, that's soon. I gotta get some people on the phone and talk to them about that. That's going to just about do it. We do want to see your emails here. What sort of digital? I want to know what kind of digital releases you want to see on this new system. If it does have assuming that the rumors are true and that it has a screen built into the controller, and that it is a high definition console, which is great for me. I just went and bought, partially to get ready for this upcoming system. I bought these cables. It's HDMI, and it's like so how you hook up the Wii, and it's like you have the green, the blue, the red, and then you got the 2 other cables for the sound. This cable, apparently it will do all of that in one cable. So it's just one little thing you plug in, and it does it does the work of 5 cables, which is apparently like a high definition thing. So if this machine is going to do that, it's great that I have the cables now. And it's I went right down to Best Buy, and I said to the guy, I need high definition. And he said, well, then you need these cables. And and these are, according to the packaging, they're vacuum injected, like platinum ferrite core. I don't. He said that they were the best. He said that with the other cables, there's a lot of loss of signal, and that your high definition is not high enough, and that these get it as high as possible and keep it there. Which, if I am going to purchase video games and download, I want these downloads to look as high as possible. I want all the P's. That's another P word for today is P. 1080p, and I don't want to like freak you out, but Nintendo also put out a game called 1080s snowboarding, and 1080 snowboarding is that's a video game, and if this device is going to do that also, then I can only assume that we'll be able to download a 1080 snowboarding game on whatever this machine ends up being. It seems like an obvious marriage made in heaven, like a match made in France. What? All right, that's going to do it. So I want to know what you want to see on this device. I want to know what sort of games you want to be playing, and what you think that what do you think the potential is for a game machine that offers a 6-inch touchscreen on the display. What sort of things do you want it to be able to do, and what sort of games do you want to download for it? ndx@bxr.me is the email address, and we can check back on this next week. So send in your stuff over the course of this week, and we'll have a big old email show next week with all of your great responses. And that's going to wrap it up for us. It is still Monday, April 25th, 2011. You have been listening to the Nintendo Download Express, and the train is pulling out of the station. So get the hell on it. We're going to the future. The highest of high defs.